Hello and welcome to Too Sharp with ET. I'm Nisha Poddar. Now, today we are breaking down two big stories which are shaping India's industrial ambitions. First, a report suggests that the government is shutting down its $23 billion of PLI scheme. And remember, it's just after 4 years of its launch. Second, copper is booming, and with Trump really threatening tariffs all across, Indian giants are making urgent moves to secure the supply. So the first question, will PLI scheme be scrapped by the Indian government? Well, the Production Linked Incentive Scheme, or the PLI program, began in the year 2020. It was, remember, designed to boost domestic manufacturing and also attract the firms looking to really diversify away from China. Now, the world's factory floor struggling to maintain production amid Beijing's zero COVID policy. Now, the big players like Apple, supplier Foxconn, and Reliance joined in. Firms were promised cash incentives for hitting production targets. However, a report from Reuters that really suggests that the Indian government had decided not to extend the scheme or to expand it in the new sectors. Let's take a look at the PLI numbers so far that we have gathered. So, according to an analysis of the program compiled by the Commerce Ministry as of October 2024, participating firms had produced $152 billion worth of goods under this program, or 37% of the target. Now, the document also stated that the government had issued just $1.7 billion in incentives, or maybe call it less than 8% of the allocated funds. Now, the goal was to raise manufacturing share to 25% of the GDP by the year 2025. However, since the plan's introduction, manufacturing share of the economy has decreased from 15.5% to 14.3%. So let's look at the hits and misses. Some sectors did shine under PLI. Mobile phone production that rose 63% between FY21 and 24, and industry leaders like Apple now manufactures their newest and the most sophisticated cell phone here in India after starting with low-cost models, and that has been a big win for the PLI scheme. Pharma exports have nearly doubled to $27.85 billion. Some 94% of the nearly $620 million of incentives dispersed between April and October 2024 were directed to these two sectors. But others fell short. According to a Renewables Ministry review seen by the Reuters, 8 of 12 PLI companies in the solar sector, including Reliance, Adani, and GSW, may miss their targets by the year 2027. In steel, 14 of 58 PLI projects were pulled down due to lack of progress. So is India abandoning its Make in India dream? Government officials told Reuters that they are not abandoning it, just rethinking it. So the next plan may focus on dispersing factory setup costs upfront instead of waiting for production milestones. Now let's focus on copper. Well, the backbone of electric vehicles, electronics, clean energy, and many other sectors, well, the Indian giants are now making urgent moves to secure this critical metal, copper. India's needs overall, as estimated, is 750,000 tons in a year, but India produces only 555,000. Since the closure of Vedanta Sterlite plant in 2018, India has become a net importer for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Only Hindalco, which is part of India's Aditya Birla Group, and state-run miner Hindustan Copper produce copper in the country. Now, according to the government, India spent about 27,000 crore rupees on copper imports in the year 2022 and 23, up from about 22,000 crores the previous year. And copper demand in India has surged by 16% to 15.22 lakh tons in the last year. Now looking at India Inc., which is responding to fill in this particular gap, Hindalco announced that it will invest 45,000 crore rupees in copper, aluminium and also alumina over the next 3 to 4 years. Kumar Mangalam Birla says that they are really betting big on EVs and energy storage, electronics. JSW is building a 500,000 ton copper smelter in Odisha by 2028 with plans to double it by 2033. So according to Reuters reports, they'll source concentrate from Peru and Chile and supply their EV battery units. Adani's Kutch Copper Refinery, remember the world's largest single location smelter, is nearing full capacity now. Government says that it is and it could make India self-sufficient in refined copper. So India is ready to play big in copper. But now comes a global shock from Washington, which is Trump's tariff threat. US President Donald Trump has signed an executive order targeting copper imports now. The order calls for tariffs and domestic production boosts, citing national security concerns in the US. Now, as a result, copper prices have also shot past $10,000 a ton. Traders are rushing to send copper to the US, tightening global supply. Now, the US has large copper reserves but weak refining capacity, remember. Trump wants to fix that, and India could feel the squeeze because of these global tremors. If tariffs distort global prices, India's EVs and clean energy project, remember, could get much more expensive than now. And India has listed copper as a critical mineral and is seeking supplies from Congo, Zambia, and Mongolia. Now, as India gears up for a green future, well, copper is becoming the metal to watch out for. Now, the global politics, especially from Trump, may shape its fate. So lots to be seen, especially with tariff war going on and how India combats a lot of it. With that, it's a wrap on Too Sharp with ET. Thanks so much.